All right, folks, we got 3 problems here to try on your own. Cosine of negative 90 degrees, sine of 5 pi over 2, and the tan of 300. So I'm going to want you to pause this video and see if you can use your unit circle and try some of these problems and then work them out. After we check these, I'll have one more additional example I want to go with you that doesn't involve the coordinates that you see on the unit circle. So pause it, try it on your own, pause between each one so you can see. All right, cosine of 90. Remember, cosine is the x value. Negative 90 is not on the unit circle, so we want to add 360 to negative 90. And 360 plus negative 90 is 270. So we really want to find cosine of 270. So let's look at 270. 270 degrees, x value is 0. So the cosine of 270 is 0. So the cosine of negative 90 is also 0. And we are going to check that in Desmos. So French degrees, COS negative 90, 0. All right, letter B, sine of 5 pi over 2. If you didn't try this one yet, pause it. All right, 5 divided by 2 is greater than 2 pi. So we are going to have to convert that. 5 pi over 2, we're going to minus 2 pi. And we want to convert that 2 pi to 4 pi over 2. So 5 pi over 2 minus 4 pi over 2, because those are equivalent, is going to be 1 pi over 2. So let's look at pi over 2. Remember, the sign is the y value. Pi over 2, the y value is 1. So that coordinate is 0, 1. So the sine of pi over 2 is the same as the sine of 5 pi over 2. And that's the y value. And that's going to equal 1. All right, let's check with Desmos. 5 pi over 2, sine of 5 pi over 2. This is a radian, so click the mode, the wrench, click on radians, sin, parentheses 5 pi divided by 2, and our answer is 1. Last one, tan of 300. Again, pause this and try it on your own if you haven't, and you can unpause when you check it. All right, 300 is on the unit circle, so let's see where 300 is. 300 is at 5 pi over 3. That coordinate is 1/2, comma, negative square root of 3 over 2. Tan is y divided by x, so it's the y value, negative square root of 3 over 2, divided by the x value, 1/2. And we want to convert that to a multiplication, so negative square root of 3 over 2 times reciprocal, 2 divided by 1. In this problem, the 2's will cancel out, and you end up getting the negative square root of 3 divided by 1. Now in this case, because the square root of 3 is on the numerator, we don't have to do anything. But that 1 does not need to be there, so it's really just the negative square root. So tan of 300 degrees is negative square root of 3. That's the exact answer. Let's check that on Desmos. This is a radian. This is a degree, so I'm going to click that and go back to degrees. Tan of 300. Now you know that's going to give you a decimal, and we said our answer was negative SQRT of 3. Those are the same value, so we have our answers checked. So those are the ones I hope that you got a chance to try on your own. Now, before we leave this video, I have one more type of problem that may come up. So make sure you understand these. And take a look at example 7. I won't have one to try on your own, so we'll just do this one together. So I want you to understand what's going on here. The question says the coordinate 2/3, comma, negative square root of 5 over 3 is a coordinate on the unit circle at angle theta, as shown below. We want to know what is tan of theta. Now, our unit circles that we fill out don't really involve these coordinates, okay? The set coordinates that we've determined are important usually come up most of the time. But every once in a while, you'll get coordinates that fall between them. And this is one of them. And here's the coordinate where it is. It lies in quadrant 4. Notice that the y value is the -1. And it wants to know what is the tan of theta. Well, remember, tan is the y over the x value. Now, I don't know what that degree is, and I don't really need to know what that degree is. I need to know what is the tan of that degree. And so I know that the y value is the negative square root of 5 over 3. So the cosine of that angle, so the sine of that angle is negative square root of 5 over 3. And then I know the cosine is the x value. So the cosine of that angle is 2/3. So I just got to divide those two numbers to get the tan. So tan of the angle is the square root of 5 over 3 divided by 2/3. And that's going to be the square root of 5 over 3 times 3 over 2. The 3's will cancel out. And the negative square root of 5 over 2 is going to be my final answer. Now, I don't have an angle to check that with, but I want to show you something here. So you can see that angle is in quadrant 4, and it's somewhere between 270 and 360, okay? So if I actually want to know what that angle is, what I can do, let me kind of show you my two screens if I can. This is kind of cool. All right, so we know that angle should be between 270 and 360. I might be able to get this to work. So if I do, if I go into my keypad here in my functions and do an inverse tan, and I want to make sure I'm in degrees because I want to know what the degree is. So I am in degrees. If I do negative SQRT of 5, right arrow divided by 3, that gives me negative 36.69 degrees. Now remember, this is a negative degree that's going this way. If I want to know what that is on the unit circle, I could simply add 360 to that. So let's do that. So that should be 323.3 degrees. So interesting, but that's the degree version of it. I'm not going to try to get the radian because that'll be a decimal anyway. But interesting fact. So anyway, I went a little bit more than I had to on that, but understand that if you have non-traditional coordinates, the y value is still going to be the sine, the x value is still going to be the cosine, and you're still going to divide the y by the x to get the tan. All right, you have a good day. Thanks for watching.